Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to DFS Coach Talk. I am your host, Josh Davis, also known as Crash. It is Friday, May 3rd, 2024. We are here to talk about tonight's 13-game slate of Major League Baseball, joined with Doug. Doug, how are you doing on this Friday afternoon? I know we're both licking our wounds a little bit about the Bucks last night, but other than that, how are you doing?
Great. I didn't have much hope from them winning last night, so and I don't know. We'll see what happens next year. It's kind of interesting, but I'm ready to go ahead of baseball.
Yeah, for sure.
Right about this slate, nice big slate.
Yeah, so if you're new to the channel, if you would give us a like and hit the subscribe button. After you've done those two things, if you would hit the alarm bell, that will let you know when our newest podcast has gone live. If you're new to DFS Coach Talk in general, we would love to have you join us. We have memberships that start as low as $4.99 a week. We also have our Major League Baseball special for around $8 a month. You're going to get the rest of Major League Baseball, the NBA playoffs, the NBA finals, PGA, which Doug covers, and then the rest of the playoffs, the NBA finals, PGA, Doug covers. Getting an echo all the time.
We're fine, Crash. Sorry.
That's okay. So the rest of Major League Baseball, the NBA playoffs, NBA finals, Doug has you covered for PGA, and then the first couple months of the NFL you'll get as well. So you'll get all of that. Really good deal. Like I said, for a little over $8 a month. And just send us a DM on Twitter at DFS Coach Talk, and we'd be glad to get you in our Discord. Let's go ahead and kick things off, starting with our slate overview. The first game of the night is going to be at 7:05 p.m. Eastern. The Detroit Tigers taking on the New York Yankees. Reese Olson against Marcus Stroman. Then we have a game with some rain in Cleveland. The Los Angeles Angels are taking on the Guardians. Jose Serrano against Tanner Bibee. The 58% chance of rain in that game, so that's one we'll want to keep our eye on. Then at 7:40 p.m. Eastern, the Texas Rangers taking on the Kansas City Royals. Michael Lorenzo against Brady Singer. 8:10 p.m. Eastern, Boston Red Sox against the Minnesota Twins. Tanner, how do you say that? Is Huck? Is that how you say his last name?
Hawk, Tanner Hawk.
Hawk, okay. Tanner Hawk against Chris Paddock in Minnesota. Then we have 8:10 p.m. Eastern as well. Seattle Mariners taking on the Houston Astros. George Kirby against Ronel Blanco. And then 8:15 p.m. Eastern, Chicago White Sox taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Brad Keller against Sonny Gray. At 9:40 p.m. Eastern, we move to the night slate. The Miami Marlins taking on the A's in Oakland. Ryan Weathers against J.P. Sears. And we have it 9:40 p.m. Eastern as well. The San Diego Padres taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks in Arizona. Dylan Cease against Slade Sassoni. Last game of the night, the big game that most people are probably going to be focused on, Atlanta Braves, Los Angeles Dodgers in L.A. Charlie Morton against Gavin Stone. And that is it for the slate tonight. Let's go ahead and look at our top pay-up pitchers. My top pay-up pitcher is going to be Sonny Gray. He's 10,100 on Draftkings, 11,500 on Fanduel, $53 on Yahoo. He's the most expensive pitcher on all three sites. He's at home against the White Sox. They have scored the fewest runs per game this year. They're only scoring 2.05 runs per game. They have the worst record in baseball at 6-25. And going up against Sonny Gray, who has been excellent so far in his 4 starts this year. He's pitched 2 shutouts. His last start was against the Mets. He pitched a complete game, only allowed 1 run with 9 strikeouts for 52 fantasy points. So Sonny Gray is my top pitcher. Doug, who are you looking at to pay up for pitcher today?
Sonny Gray.
Yeah.
He's the obvious top choice today. It really is. The other ones I'd consider that have the upside really is C21 has as much upside. But his floor is lower as well. Yeah. I like Tanner Hawk a lot for Boston again today.
Sure.
That knuckle curve is making lefties look foolish. So he's got the upside too as well tonight.
Do you know what his price is at today?
It just depends on what we got here. Not in front of me now. But he's cheap on Draftkings. I know that.
Is he cheaper than Blanco on DraftKings, or is he a little bit more?
Blanco I like as well. Blanco's 8,200. Hawk is 8,100.
Yeah. Hawk is 8,100?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay. So
that's a good, especially he's cheap.
Yeah, that's a good segue because Blanco is my value pitcher. He's 8,200 on DraftKings, 10.8 on Fanduel, and $44 on Yahoo. So not as good of a value on those two sites, but I like him on DraftKings at home against the Mariners. They have the highest strikeout rate this year at 28.7%. Their last 3 games, they've been at 33.3% strikeout rate. And Blanco's been real solid this year. He hasn't allowed more than 2 runs in any start. He's pitched at least 6 innings in all of his starts, except for his last start in Coors, where he pitched 5 2/3, so almost 6 innings as well, with 8 strikeouts. So anytime you can go 6 innings in Coors, that's a pretty good day. So, so I guess Hawk is going to be your value pitcher. Is that right, Doug?
No, actually, it's not. Hawk on DraftKings, and I like JP Spears in GPPs.
Okay, JP Sears and GPP. So JP Sears is going to be your draft or your value pick. I mean,
yeah, I don't have both of them actually, but honestly, if I'm looking at DraftKings, I'm sitting in the mid tiers.
Okay,
8,000 range.
Mm-hmm.
But I will have some JP Spears, the 6,100, going up against Miami and Oakland.
Yeah,
and they don't hit the lefties very well, so it's a real good matchup for them. So I like it.
I
wouldn't play much, but he's a shot in the dark that might win.
Yeah, no, I get it. And Miami's, they were pretty hot there for a minute, but they've cooled off. Their bats have cooled off a little bit, I think. So,
right, and like in the last 10 games, JP Spears, batters are hitting 213 against them, but yet he has a 4.64 ERA. So
yeah.
In his last start, he gave up 3 homers, and he's only given up 3 homers he's only given up 5 homers the last 6 starts. So he had a really bad last start, which is inflating his numbers.
Yeah, that's true. My fade pitcher, this one might surprise you a little bit, Doug, but I'm actually going with Dylan Cease. He's in Arizona. He's going up against the Diamondbacks. They have the 3rd lowest strikeout rate this year. They have scored the 6th most runs per game this year at 5.02, and at home they have scored the 2nd most runs per game at 5.38. The Cubs have actually scored the most. So my Brewers are playing the Cubs today. We'll see how that goes with them being the most runs scored at home. But I think Cease is in a tough matchup against a team that doesn't strike out a lot and they score a lot of runs. So to me, that's a bad combination.
Yeah, Cease, like I said, he's boomer bust. He really is. And he's in Arizona. If they have the roof open, it's going to be really warm.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's closed, it's still built. The Arizona lineup's pretty good. So I'm fading Cease some on my end. I am completely fading Singer. He's way too high priced in a lot of sites. And I don't see him doing well at all today.
Yeah, he's playing against the Rangers, right?
Rangers, yeah. So I would play him against them.
Yeah,
tough matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just say no more than that. But he's priced like he's an upper echelon pitcher today.
Yeah,
so
I know. I saw
that.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was a little taken back by that. So for BVP, I'm going off the board here a little bit. I'm actually going to go with one of the guys facing Sonny Gray. It's Andrew Benintendi. He's 2,700 on DraftKings, 2,400 on FanDuel, $9 on Yahoo. So he's good value. You can fit him in with almost any stack. He's hit 423 with 11 hits and 26 at-bats against Sonny Gray. Most of them are singles. He has 9 singles, a double, and 1 home run. But I think that Sonny Gray is going to be pretty high owned. And if you want to offset some of his ownership, I think Benintendi is a nice little value play you can throw in there, even if you have Sonny Gray as your pitcher.
Yeah, that's not a bad VBP. I looked at him as well. He also had really good numbers yesterday, and it went 0 for 4. That's baseball for you.
Yeah.
I looked at him. Obviously, I love Freeman. Love Freeman tonight against Uncle Charlie.
Sure.
Charlie Martin, 500 batting average, slugging 1,100. Again, insane numbers. Him and Betts, love both of them tonight. But yeah, he's 10 for 20. He's got 3 doubles, and he's got 3 doubles and 3 homers against him.
Yep.
That's
so six extra base hits. Yeah, that's nice.
Plenty of that, yeah. And it said 500 batting average. You can't go wrong with a guy. It's 1,100 slugging percentage. What looks to be the highest scoring game of the night.
Sure, yeah, and that leads me right into my home run call, which is Freddie Freeman. No surprise there. I'm not going to go and give 3 or whatever like we do sometimes. I'm just going to do the one. If you had to pick one besides Freddie Freeman, who would you pick?
I'll give you one off the board one. Give the other 2 ones to the members, obviously. Harris for Atlanta.
Michael Harris?
For Atlanta, correct.
Yeah, Michael Harris, yeah. I like it. Goes right into my stacks, which I'm sure probably the vast majority of people's stacks today. The Braves and the Dodgers, no surprise there. That game should be pretty high scoring. Really good lineups for both teams, obviously. And then in my GPPs, I do like the Cardinals against Brad Kettler. He was just called up from AAA, and he's going to be pitching for the White Sox tonight. So I do like Brad Keller. The Cardinals against Brad Keller, I should say. So I don't like Brad Keller.
No. Oh boy. My off the board one was St. Louis.
There you go.
I have more than one though, of course.
Sure.
San Diego, I would put them in stacks. I also consider Cleveland in New York.
Okay.
I don't think nobody is heavily played tonight. But the stacks I also look at will be Boston and the Dodgers. I'll give out the rest, obviously, the members, but I like a lot of stacks, mini stacks tonight.
Sure.
And then one else, but I'll save that for the members.
So what's the deal? Because you mentioned San Diego. What's the deal with Sassoni? I haven't got to see him pitch yet.
He's got good stuff. I don't like his control personally, and he's going to be pitching right up against the Padres, and I see Machado, but Tatis I think will also begging for giving up a couple of homers, and all the guys on base. I think he's gonna have a rough time.
Okay,
he's got good stuff. He's a pretty decent prospect, but he's not polished.
Gotcha.
So
makes sense.
You don't have control,
right?
So the ball down the middle. I see a lot of problems against the righties, especially.
Yeah, let's take a look. King of all trades, how's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a little bit. Go ahead and jump into our PrizePicks plays here. My PrizePicks plays. I like Freddie Freeman more than 0.5 hits. As we both mentioned, he has really good numbers against Charlie Morton. Ronel Blanco, more than 4.5 strikeouts against the Mariners, who have the highest strikeout rate. And then Sonny Gray, right in line with the rest of our podcast. Sonny Gray, more than 35.5 pitcher fantasy score. I like that as well. Have one more play for our members. If you're new to PrizePicks, you can join PrizePicks using promo code CoachTalk, all one word, and they will 100% match your first deposit up to $100. So You can join PrizePicks, get in on the fun. They actually have Flex Friday today, which means that you can put any flex play that you want, which is going to be more than 2 players. Make sure you don't do a power play, which is where you have to get everything right, but a flex play where you can get 1 or 2 wrong, up to 6 plays, and you'll get 100% reimbursed if your play doesn't hit on Flex Friday. So that's pretty nice. Up to $20 entry.
I actually have one prize pick for the first time ever as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Michael Harris, more than 2 total bases.
More than 2 total bases?
Yeah, it's a little less than that on PrizePicks, but he'll get more than 2 bases.
Yeah, so
it's like 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5. Yeah, 1.5.
So I over that definitely. So
okay. They even have a more than 0.5 total bases, which obviously you're taking that.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, please, yes.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and go into our FanDuel GPP play or lineup.
I'm all ready for this one, Crash. Yeah.
Last week, I went first, so I'll let you go first this week.
Okay, I'm not ready yet, but just on my memory, I could tell you my first. Let's see here. Let's like it out. So we'd go pitcher or hitter?
That's up to you. We're going to pick 6 plays, so we'll each pick 3, and then we'll leave 3 for our members. Last week, I will mention this. The 2 of the 3 plays that we left out both hit home runs. So you definitely want to make sure you get into our membership to get the very best value out of these lineups for sure.
All right. So let's see. Vinny Pasquantino.
First base.
I'll put him in utility.
Okay.
I don't see many people playing him today.
I'll go ahead and take Benintendi in the outfield. Give us the value like I was talking about.
Absolutely. All right. I got third base, Tyler Nevin.
Okay. Oakland, right?
Yep, 2,600.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take Freddie at first base.
Yeah. I can't let that one there for you. I think I'll throw a pitcher. Do you want chalky pitcher or non-chalky pitcher?
Well, it's a GPP, so you can go as far out there as you want with the GPP play.
Okay, a little fun then. Let's go Tanner Beebe.
Okay. And that leaves us with one more pick. And I will take Brendan Donovan with our Cardinals.
Yeah, that's good, Brent.
Yeah, so we've got Tanner Bibby, Freeman, Donovan, Nevin at pitcher, first base, second base, third base. Then we have a slot open for our members for shortstop. Then we have Benintendi in the outfield, 2 more spots open for our members, and then Pasquantino in utility. Sounds good to me. So
it'll work. And then I got some great ideas for the last 3 spots.
For the last 3 spots? Okay, awesome.
I'm excited.
Great deal. going to get going here. And I thank everybody for joining us today on our podcast. We'll be back again next week, probably again on Friday. That seems to be a good day for us to do the podcast. So hope everybody has enjoyed it. Go back and watch it, take notes. We definitely have had a lot of success, and we expect to continue to have a lot of success as we do look to crush it in MLB, DFS, and PrizePicks at DFS Coach Talk. Thank you for joining. Have a great day.
Thank you.